قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الكيس من دان نفسه وعمل لما بعد الموت والعاجز من أتبع نفسه هواها وتمنى على الله أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الأمي. Dear respected brothers and sisters, three things I would like to share with everyone today. Number one is that there is a being called Allah that we believe in. So Allah has His being, His Zat, and this being Allah has sifat also, qualities. We were learning the tafsir of Surah Al-A'la, and Allah begins with Surah A'la with this, Sabbih isma rabbikal a'la. Right? That you glorify Sabbih isma rabbikal a'la. Everywhere, wherever Allah wants us to glorify Him, He mentions the letter Ba with it. Fasabbih bihamdi rabbika wastaghfir. Right? So Ba is going to be there, that you glorify Allah with its praise. Right? But in this surah, the Ba is not there. It's not Sabbih bismi rabbikal a'la. It's Sabbih ismi rabbikal a'la. Right? So, what is it? That everywhere Allah wants us to glorify Him. In this ayah, Allah wants us to glorify the qualities of Allah. Ism, the way it is used for name, it is also used for qualities. Right? So Allah wants us to glorify His qualities also. Praise Him through His qualities. And the definition of it, the meaning of it that the commentators has written is that we need to understand that Allah's qualities are not like our qualities. So we share the qualities Allah also has. Allah sees, we see too. Allah listens, we listen too. Right? So there are qualities that we share with Allah, and sometimes we tend to consider Allah's qualities like our qualities. No. Allah's qualities, attributes are unique the way Allah is unique. Laysa kamithlihi shay. So Allah sees, we see too, but our seeing, our ability to see is limited. I can't see beyond the wall. But Allah's quality of seeing is not limited. Nothing can hide anything from Allah. I can listen, but I can listen one person at a time. Allah's quality of listening is not like that. As-Samir. Right? If every creation of His starts to speak in its own language, Allah can listen to all of them at the same time. This is Allah. Sabbih isma rabbikal a'la. And then our qualities are given to us. Right? We never earn them. Are given to us. Allah's qualities are with Allah permanently. No one has given these qualities to Allah. Our qualities we have been given. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions these qualities as a favor. الَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمُ السَّمْعَ وَالْأَبْصَارَ وَالْأَفْئِدَةَ. I have given you this ability to listen. I have given you this ability to see. This heart that is pumping in your chest, I am the one who has given you. Allah mentions this as a favor. Again and again. And then Allah says, since I have given you, إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. You are going to be accountable about all of these qualities. Allah will ask us, what have we listened, what have we heard, what have we been seeing. So, Allah's qualities are permanent, our qualities are going to be taken away from us. One day we will lose. Right? As soon the life will end, all of these qualities will be taken away. But Allah will never lose His qualities. Allah's qualities are forever. Right? So this is the difference between our qualities and Allah's qualities. So the two qualities I wanted to mention of Allah as a first point is, subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is an-nafi', and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ad-dar. What is an-nafi'? The one who benefits. The one who benefits, the one who comforts, the one who provides benefits. And ad-dar is the opposite, the one who harms. Right? So Allah is the one, the universe is filled with His creation, and every creation, either is it for benefit or is it there for harm. But my dear brothers and sisters, the real being who benefits and harms through the things is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes those things which are benefiting us, we tend to believe that these are the things who are benefiting us. No, those things who are benefiting us are just used by Allah, that Allah is benefiting us. Those things which are harming us are used by Allah to harm us. You know, one alim, he was giving an example, and he was saying that there are animals with small intellect and bigger intellect. Right? The small ants and insects, they have very small aql, very small intellect. So if you tease them with one stick or anything, they will start to bite and start to fight with the stick. Right? And if you start to tease a comparatively a greater animal, a dog or something like that, with a stick, it will not fight the stick. It will not bite the stick. It will come after you. Because it knows it's not the stick which is harming me. It's the person who is holding the stick. Right? But for some reason, my dear brothers and sisters, everything in life which benefits us, we start to run after it and we start to chasing it as if that thing is going to benefit us. Or anything which is harming us, we start to run away from it as if that thing is harming us. No. So my dear brothers, this is who Allah is. An-nafi' and dar. And then Allah's qualities is beyond, right? Allah can turn anything harmful in beneficial too. Anything which can harm you, which was created to harm us, Allah can turn it to benefit. And anything which can benefit us, created to benefit us, Allah can turn it to an harmful thing as well. This is who Allah is. Now, what I'm trying to, the first point is that this is where deen comes in. This is where the obedience of Allah comes in. When a person becomes obedient to Allah, and he listens to Allah, and he follows Allah, and he becomes subservient to Allah, he submits himself to Allah, this is the greatest benefit Allah gave it to him. That because of his obedience, Allah turns every single thing around him into benefit, to benefit him. The relationships a person around, the business, the job a person in, a person himself, a person's own self, every single thing around him starts to comfort him, benefit him. And when a person goes against Allah, and a person neglects Allah, Allah never takes things away. The one who do not offer Fajr Salah, it's not like the next day he's going to lose his job, or his family will be taken away from him, or he will start to lose his relationships. No, nothing. Apparently nothing will happen. But what happens? وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكًا. That is what happens. That Allah, despite Him having all of these sources of comfort, will not have comfort. Relationships will become a burden. Instead of enjoying relationship, these relationships will become burden upon him. Because of neglecting Allah, neglecting the commandments of Allah, neglecting Allah's orders, disobedience. This is the greatest harm of it. The things around us which was supposed to benefit us are going to start harming us. So this is the first point, that this is why Deen of Allah is the most important thing in our life. That's why the scholars, they differentiate between the comfort and the sources of comfort. They are two separate entities, right? We tend to think if we collect a lot of sources of comfort, we can have comfort. No. Sources of happiness are something else. Happiness is something else. Allah can make you happy with the sources of happiness, without the sources of happiness. Can comfort you with the sources of comfort, without the sources of comfort. That's why Allah is important, not the sources of comfort and happiness. That is the first point, which leads us to this, that we need to have Deen in our life. And in order to have Deen is not just offering salah or fasting in the month of Ramadan or just giving zakat. This is not what entire Deen is. Deen is that I learn how to be aware of my actions. That I'm always aware of my actions. No action should come out of me which goes against the will of Allah, the commandment of Allah. This is what Deen is. And on top of that, I should become aware of the consequences of my actions. That what if I do this, what will be the consequence? If I do this, what will be the consequence? This is what taqwa is. This is what real Deen is. That you are always aware. You are not neglectful at any time. Always aware. Mu'min, believer is always aware of his actions. We are sometimes aware of people's actions, right? But not our own actions. So this leads us to second point, that for having this type of Deen in our life that makes us fully aware of our actions, we need exercise. We need to practice. We got to go some practice session. We got to go some exercise session. There is a process to bring this Deen. And that practice session and that exercise session is called the month of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan is given to us for this reason. It's not just fasting or Taraweeh at night. There is a greater goal behind it. You want the sources around you to benefit you? Have Deen. For having Deen, this is a practice session once in a year. 1 month in an entire year. So you can practice it in this month and apply it throughout the year. How can we practice? Now, how can we benefit and develop this and go through this process? There are two things required. These are the second two things I want to mention. Two things. There's a lot I can share with everyone regarding the month of Ramadan. Ramadan has fasting, Ramadan has Quran, Ramadan has Salah, Ramadan has different things to talk about. But my dear brothers and sisters, these just two things I wanted to mention. That if I put everything aside, and if somebody asks me, what are the few things that I can really, really focus on before the month of Ramadan enters, and I make sure that I get these two things, I will avail the opportunity lies in the month of Ramadan. These are the two things. Number one is the word called passion, shauq, passion. Every one of us has this passion of different things. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, there is passion for ibadat also. Passion of worshipping Allah. Being passionate about worshipping Allah. If we can somehow develop this passion, enthusiasm of worshipping Allah before the month of Ramadan begins, month of Ramadan will be great. It will be a great opportunity for the one who is passionate about it. We see in children, so when a person is passionate about something, no hurdle comes in between him and his passion. No hardship seems hardship. Hardship, a person enjoys hardships to fulfill his passion. Kids come all the way, all the day they are in school, and once they come home, 8 hours in being in school, they're very tired, hungry. But when it comes to play that game that they are passionate about, they forget about the tiredness go away. The hunger goes away. They don't even remember to change clothes. Right? That's passion. Imagine if a person becomes passionate about the remembrance of Allah, getting up at night, recitation of Quran, offering long, lengthy salah. Imagine if this passion comes. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would ask Allah for this passion. وَالشَّوْقَ إِلَىٰ لِقَائِكَ. Ya Allah, I ask you this enthusiasm to meet you. This enthusiasm. So one alim, I was reading about it. So I heard I read a quote about a great alim that he said that this is something priceless, that a person gains and earns passion of ibadat. Nowadays we have passion, but we can check our passion. What is our passion for? Earning more money, having bigger business. These passions that we have. This ability is there, but it is used in a wrong way. It has to be used in a right way. So the alim, he has written that this is something priceless, but the question was, is it Wahabi or is it Kasabi? Wahabi means, you have heard the word God gifted, right? That Allah just gifts it to someone. That is called Wahabi. Kasabi is, it's in my control, I can earn it. I can make effort and I can earn it. So the argument was, is to have passion of ibadat, of worshipping Allah, is it God gifted, Allah just gifts it to someone, or a person can do something to earn it? So the answer is, it is Wahabi. It's a gift from Allah. Allah just gifts it to anyone. You sometimes see, we have students in our institute, subhanallah, coming from a family, have no interest in deen, no connection with the mosque. But this son of theirs, this daughter of theirs, so much yearning for deen, so passionate about learning deen, about doing good deeds. Right? The parents never come to masjid and they are there from Asr till Isha. God gifted. But my dear brothers, then the scholars write, brothers and sisters, scholars write, the sources, the asbab of getting Allah gift you this is in our control. We can take those steps on which Allah gifts this to a person. What are those gifts? Quickly, I'll mention. And out of those three, the first one is the most important, is being connected and being in the company of those who are passionate about the worship of Allah. We got to find those people around us. There are people everywhere, in every community, who are really passionate. There are people who are really passionate about the month of Ramadan. When is it going to? They're very excited. Like a family who's excited about some marriage about to happen. Right? There's preparation happening. Everybody is preparing and excited about, 10 days left. Now 1 week left. So passionate. So having connection with those people who are passionate about worshipping Allah. And then the second one is learning about the fadail, the virtues of worshipping Allah. What a person gets when he fasts in the month of Ramadan. Ask yourself and family members, what is the reward? The other day, I was asking one of my students that, what is the reward of fasting? What is the reward of fasting one day? Now ask yourself, do I know? Do my family knows? What is the reward of standing before Allah in Taraweeh, listening to Quran, reciting Quran? What is the reward? So many ayats and ahadith telling us what a person gets when he does this. When you listen to this, you become passionate about it. And the third thing is reading the stories of those people who really worshipped Allah in their lives, who really paid the right of worshipping Allah, right? Who really, reading the stories of those. And then the third thing I want to end my khutbah with is that, so first thing is, we need to understand that Nafi and Dar is Allah, and Nafa and Darar is in the hands of Allah, and Allah decides to benefit or harm in terms of deen, not sources around us. And for deen, the best way to bring our deen, the practice session, is the month of Ramadan. And to avail this opportunity, we need to have passion. And the last thing is, which is as important as being passionate about good deeds, about worshipping Allah, is azam, my dear brothers and sisters, is intention, true intention, assigning goals for ourselves. Every year Ramadan comes and passes by, right? Every year Ramadan comes and passes by. It comes with a lot of opportunities. It comes with to gives us a lot of things. But my dear brothers, if one do not have any intention, if he is fasting for the sake of fasting, but I just have to fast. There is no greater goal to achieve from fasting. There is no greater goal to achieve from recitation of Quran. Then fasting will happen. Recitation of Quran will also happen. But after the month of Ramadan, what will happen? Since there was no goals, there was no greater intentions, a person will turn back to where he was. So I humbly request that first intention in each and every one of our hearts should be, this Ramadan is going to be better than the Ramadans before. That is the first goal we need to assign for ourselves. I'm going to spend it the better way than I have spent before. Secondly, a person should write down. There are a lot of good deeds that we want to do and we are not able to. Let's give yourself challenge. Let's give yourself that goal. Okay, Fajr and Isha for sure in the masjid throughout the 30 days. No matter what happens. I have been struggling waking up in the morning, but this Ramadan for sure. And see how opportunity of Allah, how tawfiq from Allah opens up for you. Just assign this goal. Okay, throughout the year I didn't touch Quran. This Ramadan, every single day I'm going to read it for 10 minutes at least. I'm going to finish 1 juz at least. I'm going to finish 3 juz at least. Give yourself goal. And then, on the other hand, every one of us, we have some spiritual diseases also. We have some spiritual sicknesses also. Some addiction of sins also. Write them down. Throughout this month, I am not going to look anything haram. I'm going to control my gaze. I'm going to control my sight. Throughout the month, I'm not going to let my anger get over me. Throughout the month, I'm going to control my tongue. This month, I'm going to do it. And then you will see the magic after Ramadan. So my dear brothers, I'll end with this, that every year Ramadan comes. But Ramadan is going to be the same. Same days, same nights, same fasting, same recitation of the same Quran. But like this alim, he said that every day when I go to sleep, the older me passes away. And when I wake up this day, the new day, it's a new me which has born. So Ramadan is same, but I am not same. My knowledge has increased. My experience has increased. Right? So it's a new me for this new Ramadan, inshallah. So I humbly request from everyone that we focus on these things before the month of Ramadan starts. We still have a few days left. So number one is that we understand the true meaning, that we have to reach this goal before we meet Allah, that we are completely subservient to Allah. And second is that to do that, we have to develop this passion and we have to have greater goals in our life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us tawfiq. I humbly request from the brothers to fill up the space. There are brothers standing outside, inshallah. Move.